He has my blood.
Famous MMA fighter. Okay. Hey, whatchamacallit? What's his name? Israel Adesanya, bro. Like, that nigga was woke as hell when it was coming to school and shit. He said school is a fucking scam and all that shit, bro. He was speaking some true facts about Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson. That nigga like red pill for real. He was speaking some true facts.
Blood absolutely boiling. All right. And is the best example of, but you wasn't with me shooting in the gym than I've seen in recent memory. Israel Adesanya, who is the undisputed UFC middleweight world champion and also an avid and self-proclaimed Andrew Tate supporter, is being sued and attempted to get taken to the cleaners by not his ex-wife, not a woman that he has a kid with, but someone who he was in a relationship with. This woman recently filed suit for half of this fighter's assets that he made since they started the relationship
what the fuck?
Back
That's crazy,
in 2019. Now, mind you, again, the context is that this guy is a fighter. He gets paid to punch people in the face and to get punched in his own face. And it's almost as if like she somehow in her loony toony brain thinks that her getting punched in her viscous innards is half of the value of him getting punched in his face in the cage. So this is the young barbarian in question, and although
ugly picture,
he's a fighter, I'm not talking about Izzy. Anyway, their relationship was made public back in 2019 with this photo. And what I found actually hilarious about this is that she's clearly stepping on his toes, which seems to be amazing foreshadowing. But before we go even deeper, let's get additional information about what's going on.
And this nigga's fucking what you call that nigga fucking nigga say stepping on the toes. He visualized all that shit, huh? Hey, everybody watch my YouTube. Pull up to the Twitch stream. We live, bro. 48-hour streaming show. Pull up and shit.
Okay, guys, so Israel Adesanya has publicly scorched his ex-girlfriend with a series of posts on his Instagram. Israel's ex-girlfriend Charlotte Powdrill first caught fans' attention in 2019 after Izzy defeated Robert Whittaker at UFC 243. A photo of Adesanya posing with Charlotte surfaced online, causing speculation as to who the mystery woman may be. Her true identity was eventually revealed as Charlotte Powdrill, a fellow New Zealand resident. Israel usually refrains from posting anything too personal on his social media, so something must have flipped a switch in his brain for him to now scold Charlotte publicly. Let's take a look at what Israel posted.
Yeah, this brother was in love. That's what that was, all right? He was addicted to the milk of magnesia. Okay, I'm not hating on the brother. Magnesia. Do you, my G? You know what I'm saying? You know what's also funny about this? If you look in the comments underneath, like the negative press regarding Israel Adesanya and his wife suing him, it's a whole bunch of melanated women saying, "You go, girl. Take up for half his shit. That's what he gets for dating a white woman." Stop hating on the brother just because.
What the fuck? Bro, and then it's crazy, bro. I'm not even surprised that they say that in the comments. That's what he get for dating a white woman, all that shit. I'd rather date them white women and them other races way more feminine than these black women. That's
because he wanted a little bit of pink areola. There's nothing wrong with that. You understand what I'm saying? It's just so crazy to me that y'all want to exact revenge on him by having.
Like I said, what color is it? Fucking bubblegum pink or fucking charcoal black? That's
her take half of his ish, whether or not he's guilty and or innocent of the things that she might be purported in a court of law. But see, that's logic speaking, but y'all just, you know, emotional. So it is what it is. So a few weeks ago, Izzy started to post up to his public Instagram shots that he was publicly taking at this woman after she had fired some public shots on him. So let's look at a couple of those right now.
But you have to be the greatest man on the planet to get me, because I know my worth. But all my exes that already got me, they ain't shit. Like, do you hear yourselves?
And I know some of you have asked, like, what public shots did she take? Well, Izzy accuses her of selling private information to public news sources. And we tell women ad nauseum,
what the fuck?
That respecting our privacy to a man is one of the most paramount things that you can do. So obviously she is a modern woman scorned who will stop at nothing to destroy your public reputation. Let's proceed.
Do you hear yourselves?
In the next clip, Israel references what recently happened to Akraf Hakimi. Hakimi's ex-partner attempted to lay claim to half of his net worth after the pair split up. but failed as Hakimi had cleverly put all his money and assets in his mother's name.
The boy's a genius.
Most people are forgetting in the divorce proceedings involving Hakimi's case is that now that Hakimi has nothing to his name, his wife, Hiba Abouk, the Spanish actress, would have to be the one to legally settle him. Legally, she is now richer than him, and by law, she would have to settle his legal court fees and still share 50-50 of her assets with him, so now he gets 50% of her asset instead. Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Achraf Hakimi.
Shit, that's a W.
This man pulled the most magical Uno reverse
For real, that's some lucky shit, bro. That's like 1 in a million
that the
right there.
world has ever seen. Very
1 in a
relatable.
million,
Imagine
bro.
being so effing entitled that you think you deserve what a man has worked for his whole life. When you came into his life with nothing and tried to leave with millions. But just like Hakimi,
Go
my
ahead,
assets
make it a
are
video.
protected. I would have taken half her ish too, but I don't want half of zero.
City boy, city boy.
The macaroni was cheesy, huh?
She a gold digger.
That bit had too much cheese.
But she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl.
Copyright. Again,
The only way she would got to
he's
marry
posting all of this to his
with the Israel
public
Adesanya thing.
IG.
Hey, that boy is smart.
I know. Smart as hell. That's how all these girls is. You gotta be careful who you mess with.
Me loading up receipts. Which
Ain't no foreign hoes, all them girls.
I get the receipts ready. So by this time, I bet you that she had already threatened to sue him. So he's saying, we're loading up the receipts.
Israel then shared this screenshot of a message he had supposedly sent to her.
Hold up. Let's go read the entire message. This is from Izzy to the heathen. And I quote, I've worked in mental health, so I'm really good at manipulating people. But like, I would never use it. Oh, so she had said that to him. She also said, according to him, it's not always fun living in his shadow and taking second priority because what he is doing is so important. After a while, it just makes me feel so small. Oh, we got a modern woman on our hands here
You
who
got a real modern woman on your hands, bro. What the fuck?
wants to be the power couple. Look at him. The feminist media told me that we should be equally yoked. Oh,
Yeah, that's some dumb shit.
why is he so successful? But
You should always want
Here's
your man
what-
to finish in first, bro. Come on now.
here I am right here, being his helpmeet, being his support, being his inspiration.
She
That
trying
is
to be
not
the
my
number one in the
role as a
world.
woman.
The fuck?
Shut
I
up.
can't stand standing in one of the most popular fucking one of the best fighters in the fucking world. I can't stand standing in his shadow. I want to be the face of it. Like, that's some real entitled ass bullshit, bro. Telling y'all boys, bro, gotta watch what type of woman y'all deal with for real. These girls be out your bad, bro. You think they all sweet and innocent, all this extra shit, bro? They'll pull that fucking Uno reverse on your ass and fuck your whole, well, try to fuck your whole career up.
Izzy, if I move out, I'll drift away. Izzy then follows up. I wish I let you drift away into a miserable existence. Damn. Because misery loves company and you love being a victim. Any whore. Oh, he's good. Sign the tenancy agreement
Any whore.
as soon as possible. Also, I really hope you lawyer up and come for my assets like you said. I hope you try to affect my businesses such as Puma with your weak bitch threats. Please, please do so. Let blank pay for it all. That's probably her new man. For someone who moves in silence, he sure does talk a lot about your guys' plans. LOL. I will say this. This is a response from a guy who's also hurt as well. If she's doing shit like going public, just let your lawyers handle it. Because you know for damn sure that she would try to post some shit like this, but he's posting it to his own public Instagram. But even outside of that, her lawyer and team can make a pace of look at how vindictive that he is, that he would post this up to his public Instagram so it can reflect poorly or negatively later on down the line. Mentally drain me? You are pathetic. Even worse than when you said, well, you're gonna have to break up with me then. So you can be a victim just the way you like it. It's the #1 tool of the modern woman today. I'm a victim. Ah. Meanwhile, they gain power in their victimhood because why?
Facts.
It's powerful to be a victim in 2023.
Yep, because it's easier. It's easy to
You're
blame
just
somebody else and shit.
It's like blank, and you're worse than blank. Show this to blank. Show this to your lawyer too. You have never ever helped me make money. Thought I added that. Only ever cost me money.
Bitch.
Now you think you deserve half of my ish. What an entitled, pompous brat that you are. I spit on you. I dare you to start your stupid campaign. Your threats don't work here anymore. They're fired. Yo, Izzy, if you need me to read out a book that you create in sometime in the future, I got you, my G. All right?
The way this nigga was reading.
You're responsible for your emotions. You don't care about my life.
It's a good ass comment. I love how women are so-called oppressed, yet can be millionaires from simply living with a man and doing nothing. Facts.
You've sold info about me.
Or they could just sign a fucking paper and fucking divorce the nigga and take 50% of all this shit. Or they could just lie and say he a bad dad, whatever. Boom, child support fucking monthly. Oh, but women are so oppressed.
So I don't care about yours. I don't even hate you. I just don't even care about you. Apathy. That's how you piss these modern women off. They come at you, you apathetic in response. That pisses them off more than responding to them because it feeds their victimhood. It feeds their lies. Don't even respond to them. And I proved that within my own life recently. I don't even hate you. I just don't care about you. I have not been in love with you for a while. In summary, I'm glad that all of this is happening. I wouldn't change a effing thing. I'm glad I finally have someone who can stand next to me and not feel like the shine takes away from theirs. Confident in her own light. This will be the last time that you are hearing from me. My lawyers will be in touch. As crazy as this burn is, in the truths that he's elucidating to this modern woman, she'll still be a victim and she will still be unaccountable.
Finally, Israel shared this clip of him flexing with the UFC belt in his Range Rover.
Remember, women can lie to try and ruin a man.
That's facts.
Believe.
That's facts, bro.
All women.
Yep. That's facts. This nigga preaching.
Izzy agrees with the content in the space.
Nigga got his fucking 10-piece nugget and shit.
Izzy, if you ever want to do an interview, my
So
G.
it seems like his ex was attempting to try and somehow get her hands on some of Israel's money.
Hopefully she gets zero. Now, what is it that I
hope she get not a fucking penny.
think about all of this? First off, guys, consider that the world's richest women were put there because they divorced the world's richest men. Now, agree or disagree, what we all can agree
That's fucking crazy.
with is that a woman who is not married to you, a woman that doesn't have a kid with you, a woman who you've been dating in a relationship for 4 years should not be entitled to half the ish that you have worked your entire life for in order to achieve. And this demonstrates the pure yet savage entitlement culture that exists within modern woman today. It's clear that she wants the limelight. It's clear that she wants the power couple persona, but it's also clear that she doesn't have the marriage-minded mindset to be a helpmeet, to be a supporter, to be an inspiration to one of the greatest living fighters today. But instead, she did nothing but increased his cost while decreasing the amount of time that he can generate towards his purpose, while at the same time decreasing the amount of peace that he received within his life. But here's where things actually get extremely interesting. Israel Adesanya is a citizen of New Zealand, and so is his ex-girlfriend. So I went to the Justice Government website for New Zealand and looked up separation and divorce. On the topic of separating or divorcing with somebody, there's a subtopic specific to dividing relationship property and how to legally and lawfully do that. So we must cover relationships that are covered by this specific law, okay? Now, it says here the family court can make orders dividing relationship property when you've been married or in a civil union or in a de facto relationship. Now, married or civil union, we all to a degree, understand those things, but what the hell does de facto relationship
that was
mean?
Spanish or
Scrolling a
some
bit
shit.
further down, de facto relationships. In most cases, only people who have lived together in a de facto relationship for at least 3 years are covered, unless there is a child involved or one partner has made a significant contribution to the relationship. Now remember, Izzy posted that photo in 2019. Now it's 2023. That is 4 years. So if I'm reading this correctly, because he posted that photo, and maybe he just needs to prove that that photo was not a signal of relationship had begun, but he needs to prove that it was less than 3 years to not be held for a de facto relationship. Other things to consider besides how long the relationship lasted is to the extent on which a couple shared a home. Now remember, in that original email, he wrote something about tenant agreement. Whether they had a sexual relationship, the financial property arrangements and how much they depend on each other, their ownership, use, and purchase of property, how committed they've been to a shared life, their care and support of children, which is not the case here, who does the housework and the household duties, if the partners are known to family or friends or other people